In a world overflowing with information and constant distractions, capturing and holding people's attention has become a major challenge. Yet, psychology provides us with a toolkit full of strategies to positively shape perception, behavior, and decision-making. These techniques, grounded in well-established psychological principles, enable us not only to communicate more effectively, but also to foster deeper and more meaningful connections. From the significance of a sincere smile to the influence of anticipation, each strategy unveils a captivating element of the human mind, offering valuable insights into how we can better engage with others. When applied ethically and with intent, these principles help us achieve goals while also creating an atmosphere of understanding, collaboration, and mutual well-being. This guide covers 18 psychological techniques, explaining how each works and how to apply them in daily life, work, and personal relationships. By mastering these methods, we can improve our ability to positively influence our surroundings, enhance communication, and strengthen our relationships with those around us. Prepare to explore the intriguing world of applied psychology, where the science of human behavior unlocks new pathways to effective interaction and meaningful connection. And if you're new here, please like the video and subscribe. Only 10% of my viewers are currently subscribed, so if you found value in this content, I encourage you to subscribe and turn on notifications. Let's dive in. Trick number 1: the power of the name. In the realm of communication and personal influence, simply using someone's name during a conversation can have a remarkably positive effect. This small gesture carries significant meaning and power. A name isn't merely a combination of letters. It is the audible embodiment of a person's identity, encapsulating their history, personality, and in many ways, their very essence. When we address someone by their name, we're doing more than just grabbing their attention. We're acknowledging their individuality and subtly conveying our respect and appreciation for them. Using a person's name establishes a direct line of communication, turning a generic interaction into a personal and meaningful connection. This non-verbal recognition of the other person's importance not only strengthens relationships, but also enhances the effectiveness of our message. For this technique to truly work, it must be used authentically. Overuse or obvious manipulation can be easily detected, leading to feelings of discomfort or distrust, which can negate the positive potential of the interaction. The key to effectively using someone's name lies in moderation and the genuine intention to connect. This can be particularly impactful at the start of a conversation, when posing a direct question, or when expressing gratitude, creating moments of personal acknowledgement that emphasize the value of the interaction. Moreover, practicing active listening and showing sincere interest in what the other person is saying complements the use of their name, reinforcing the connection and demonstrating respect for their experiences and viewpoints. This technique, though simple, is a powerful tool in the art of positive influence and relationship building. It shows a deep understanding that, at the core of effective communication, is the recognition of each individual's dignity and worth. By consciously using someone's name, we not only enhance our communication skills, but also practice a form of respect and empathy that can profoundly transform our interactions. Trick number 2: the smile. The smile is one of the most powerful and often underestimated communication tools we have. It transcends cultural and language barriers, capable of conveying joy, openness, and empathy without the need for words. However, we're focusing on more than just any smile. The emphasis is on a genuine smile, one that involves not only the mouth but also the eyes. creating the characteristic crow's feet. This type of smile, known as the Duchenne smile, is universally recognized as a sign of happiness and sincerity. A genuine smile has the ability to disarm, forge instant connections, and even change the emotional state of the person receiving it. It is an outward expression of positive emotions that, according to research, can uplift the mood and disposition of others, fostering an environment of positivity and openness. Additionally, smiling can be contagious, initiating a chain of positive reactions that have the potential to enhance not just a single moment, but someone's entire day. Deliberately incorporating a genuine smile into our daily interactions, whether in personal or professional settings, is a simple yet highly effective strategy for improving the quality of our communications and relationships. It involves more than merely smiling for the sake of it. It is an act of openness, vulnerability, and authenticity. When we sincerely smile at someone, we are non-verbally communicating that we are pleased to see them, that we value their presence, and that we are open to a positive connection. It's important to ensure that the smile is appropriate to the context and perceived as authentic. A forced or ill-timed smile can have the opposite effect, creating distance instead of closeness. Therefore, it's essential to be mindful not only of our intention when smiling, but also of how the other person perceives it. A genuine smile serves as a master key in the art of communication, capable of opening doors and building bridges. When words may fall short, a smile reminds us that even in the simplest moments, we can make a significant impact on those around us, fostering an atmosphere of positivity, empathy, and true human connection. By adding a genuine smile to our repertoire of social interactions, we hold not just a psychological technique, but a gesture of kindness and humanity that enriches both the giver and the receiver. Trick number 3. Mirroring. Mirroring is an intriguing psychological technique that leverages our natural inclination to feel more connected and comfortable with those who mirror our own behaviors, gestures, or speech patterns. This phenomenon, driven by our desire for familiarity and comfort in social interactions, can be a potent communication tool when applied consciously and subtly. Mirroring works because people are naturally drawn to symmetry and similarity, which can enhance empathy and mutual trust, making communication more effective and relationships stronger. To use mirroring effectively, it must be done with moderation and in a nearly imperceptible way. The goal is not to mimic every action or word exactly, but to capture the essence of the other person's behavior so that the imitation feels natural. This can involve synchronizing speech rhythms, adopting similar body postures, or reflecting facial expressions. When done carefully, these actions can foster a deeper connection without the other person consciously realizing why they feel more understood or close. It's important that mirroring be practiced with respect and integrity. The imitation should aim to create a genuine connection rather than serving as a manipulative tactic. When used sincerely, mirroring enhances communication and reinforces mutual respect and consideration, key elements of any healthy relationship. In professional settings, such as negotiations or team meetings, mirroring can be especially beneficial for building rapport and fostering collaboration. By subtly reflecting a colleague's or client's gestures or tone, it can create a more harmonious environment conducive to mutual understanding and success. Mirroring is more than just a psychological trick. It's a communication approach that, when used thoughtfully and authentically, can transform casual interactions into meaningful connections. By practicing mirroring with awareness and respect, we can enhance our ability to relate to others and enrich our social experiences in a profound and lasting way. Trick number 4. The favor technique. A subtle strategy based on the psychological principle of reciprocity suggests that asking someone for a favor can paradoxically increase their affection for you. This concept, known as the Ben Franklin effect, was demonstrated by Benjamin Franklin when he borrowed a rare book from a political rival, leading to a lasting friendship. The principle behind this is that by performing a favor, the person justifies their actions to themselves, believing they like the person they are helping, thus fostering more positive relations. To apply the favor technique effectively, it's crucial to approach it delicately and consider the context. The key is to request something small and reasonable, something that doesn't cause significant inconvenience, but still requires a conscious effort from the other person. This request not only paves the way for a more meaningful interaction, but also creates a sense of personal investment in the relationship. Success with this technique depends on sincerity and timing. The request should be genuine and made at an appropriate time to avoid appearing manipulative or coercive. Additionally, it is vital to recognize and thank the person adequately for the favor to reinforce the positive perception and reciprocity in the relationship. Asking for a favor can also serve as a way to show trust in the other person, acknowledging their skills or resources. This gesture can boost their self-esteem and foster a sense of cooperation and mutual respect. When used thoughtfully, the favor technique can be a valuable tool for strengthening relationships, encouraging open communication, and building more cohesive and collaborative communities. However, as with any influence technique, it's crucial to respect the other person's boundaries and autonomy. The favor technique should be viewed as a means of initiating dialogue and building relationships based on mutual respect, rather than a strategy for manipulation or self-gain. When employed with integrity, it can be a powerful way to cultivate deeper personal and professional connections. Trick number 5. The law of reciprocity. The law of reciprocity is a powerful psychological principle central to human interactions and social relations. It essentially posits that when someone does something for us, we feel a strong internal urge to reciprocate. This drive to balance the scales can manifest in various forms, such as returning a favor, giving a gift, or simply offering a thank you. This trick taps into an inherent tendency toward reciprocity, an impulse so fundamental that it is observed across different cultures globally. Consciously applying the law of reciprocity in our lives can significantly impact how we relate to others. By offering something first, whether it's a gesture of kindness, useful information, or a small gift, we create an environment that fosters cooperation and strengthens social bonds. This approach not only boosts the likelihood of receiving a positive response, but also nurtures a virtuous cycle of giving and receiving, enhancing our interactions and communities. It's important that the application of this principle be driven by genuine generosity, not by expectations of personal gain. The true effectiveness of reciprocity emerges when acts of kindness are performed without anticipating a reward. When people sense that a gesture is made with sincerity and without ulterior motives, their response tends to be warmer and more authentic, which helps strengthen relationships. Excessive gestures may come across as attempts at obligation or manipulation, potentially causing discomfort or resistance. Additionally, knowing the right moment to offer and how to do so in a way that resonates positively with the other person is crucial to the success of this strategy. Reciprocity doesn't have to be immediate or directly proportional. The act of giving often initiates a chain of generosity that returns to the giver in unexpected and rewarding ways. Patience and trust in this process, are essential, as is being open to receiving. The law of reciprocity is more than a psychological trick. It is a life philosophy that, when practiced with integrity and empathy, can transform our relationships and communities. By engaging in acts of selfless generosity, we not only build richer and deeper relationships, but also contribute to a more cooperative and harmonious world. Trick number 6. Scarcity. The principle of scarcity suggests that people tend to value things more when they perceive them as rare or at risk of becoming unavailable. This phenomenon, driven by the fear of losing something valuable, can greatly influence our decisions and behaviors. By leveraging the concept of scarcity in social interactions or marketing strategies, one can increase the perceived value of a product, service, or opportunity, prompting quicker and more decisive action. When used effectively, scarcity creates a sense of urgency, making offers seem more appealing simply because they are limited. This can be seen in promotions like "while stocks last," countdowns to the end of an offer, or the limited availability of exclusive items. The success of this strategy depends on its authenticity. Fabricated or manipulative scarcity can lead to distrust and damage credibility. To use scarcity effectively, it's crucial to clearly communicate the value of what's being offered, highlighting not just its rarity, but also why it is desirable or beneficial. This might involve emphasizing the unique features of a product, the exclusive benefits of an opportunity, or the exceptional experience being provided. The goal is to make the offer appear not just limited, but also irresistibly valuable. Scarcity can be applied ethically by genuinely limiting offers based on real constraints, such as time, availability, or resources. This not only validates scarcity as a legitimate factor, but also respects the intelligence and autonomy of the consumer or interlocutor, grounding the interaction in honesty and mutual respect. However, it's important to be mindful of the impact that scarcity can have on people. While it can drive action, it can also induce anxiety or undue pressure. Therefore, when employing scarcity, one must balance encouraging informed and conscious decisions with avoiding emotional manipulation. Scarcity is a powerful psychological tool that, when used responsibly and coupled with a genuinely valuable offer, can enrich interactions and transactions. It creates a sense of value and urgency that benefits both the provider and the recipient. Trick number 7. Validating emotions. Validating emotions involves recognizing and accepting another person's feelings as legitimate and understandable, even if we don't necessarily agree with the reasons behind those emotions. By validating others' feelings, we show that we value their perspective and experience, fostering a safe space for genuine expression and constructive dialogue. Emotional validation is crucial in conflict resolution and providing emotional support because it demonstrates empathy and understanding. When individuals feel that their emotions are acknowledged, they are more likely to feel comfortable sharing deeper thoughts and feelings. This, in turn, helps resolve misunderstandings and strengthens the bond between the parties involved. To effectively validate someone's emotions, practice active listening, reflect on what has been said, and acknowledge the expressed emotion. Simple phrases like, "It seems like that was really frustrating for you," or "I can understand why you would feel that way," can be very impactful. These statements not only indicate that you are listening, but also that you care about the other person's emotional well-being. Emotional validation requires avoiding quick judgments or attempts to immediately correct how someone should feel. The goal is not to solve the problem, but to acknowledge the person's emotional experience. This acknowledgement can be profoundly validating and healing. allowing the person to feel heard and understood, which is often the first step in overcoming emotional challenges or resolving conflicts. Authenticity is key in applying emotional validation. Validation that seems forced or insincere can lead to feelings of isolation or misunderstanding. Genuine emotional communication is essential. Validating another person's emotions is a psychological skill that, when used with sincerity and empathy, can transform relationships, promote healthy communication, and support emotional well-being. It reflects respect, care, and the ability to connect deeply with others, affirming that emotions are a valid and important aspect of the human experience. Trick number 8. Curiosity. Curiosity is a potent force in human psychology, driving learning, exploration, and focus. This trick involves sparking someone's interest and curiosity, making communication, information, or offers more attractive and engaging. By evoking curiosity, you create an emotional hook that can significantly enhance attention, retention, motivation to act, and memory of the content presented. Effective use of curiosity often includes posing an intriguing question, sharing a surprising fact, or telling an incomplete story that leaves the listener wanting more. Techniques to achieve this might involve using provocative titles or introductions, presenting challenges that encourage problem-solving, or gradually revealing information to keep the audience engaged throughout. Awakening curiosity also involves playing with the unknown and the unexpected. People are naturally drawn to mystery and things they don't fully understand, which drives them to seek answers and solutions. This trick can be especially effective in educational and marketing contexts, where engaging the audience is key to successfully conveying a message or promoting a product. It's important to balance the level of information or mystery presented. Too much uncertainty can lead to frustration or disengagement, while too little might fail to spark genuine interest. The goal is to find the optimal balance that captivates the audience's imagination and leads them on a journey of discovery that is both satisfying and informative. Feeding curiosity should also involve providing a resolution or conclusion that is rewarding. The satisfaction of curiosity should lead to increased knowledge, deeper understanding, or an enriching experience. This not only rewards the audience for their engagement, but also strengthens the connection between the communicator and the receiver, creating a positive memory associated with the interaction. Curiosity is a psychological technique that, when skillfully utilized, can transform how information is received and retained. By awakening and satisfying curiosity, learning and communication become not only more effective, but also more enjoyable, fostering a deeper and more lasting connection with the content or message presented. Trick number 9. The halo effect. The halo effect is a compelling psychological phenomenon that shows how our overall impressions of a person can influence our judgments about their specific traits. This occurs when a single positive attribute, such as physical attractiveness, charisma, or professional success, leads us to assume other positive qualities, such as intelligence, kindness, or competence, even without direct evidence. The halo effect illustrates the significant impact of first impressions and how they can shape our perception of someone across various dimensions. You can consciously leverage the halo effect to enhance how others perceive you in social, professional, or academic settings. By presenting yourself well, maintaining a positive attitude, and demonstrating competence in one area, you can foster a more favorable overall impression. However, it is crucial to use this strategy with integrity. ensuring that the impression you create is genuine and accurately reflects your abilities and intentions. In practice, the halo effect can be seen in many scenarios, from job interviews to social events. For instance, a candidate who presents themselves confidently and articulately may be seen as more qualified for the job, even if other areas of their competence haven't been directly evaluated. Similarly, someone who shows good manners and friendliness may be perceived as more trustworthy and pleasant. Being aware of the halo effect helps us understand not only how we view others, but also how others perceive us. By recognizing this phenomenon, we can strive to make our first impressions as positive as possible, and also seek to understand others beyond these initial impressions. Nevertheless, it is important to develop critical awareness to avoid letting the halo effect lead to hasty judgments or superficial evaluations of people. Recognizing that a single positive trait does not define a person's entire complexity is essential for fair and balanced interactions. In summary, the halo effect is a potent psychological tool that emphasizes the significance of first impressions and their ability to influence perceptions across various areas. By applying it consciously and ethically, we can improve how we are perceived, and also make an effort to see beyond first impressions in others, seeking a deeper and more nuanced understanding of those around us. Trick number 10, the art of active listening. Active listening is a powerful psychological technique that goes beyond simply hearing words. It enhances relationships, fosters understanding, and promotes mutual respect. This approach involves listening attentively with the aim of fully grasping the speaker's message, reflecting on what has been communicated, and responding in a way that validates their experience. Practicing active listening shows appreciation for both the words and the underlying emotions and thoughts conveyed by the speaker. Key strategies include maintaining eye contact, nodding, using facial expressions that show understanding, and asking relevant questions that demonstrate genuine interest in the conversation. These actions signal to the speaker that their message is valued and received, creating a supportive environment for open and sincere exchanges. Repeating or paraphrasing important points also helps ensure accurate understanding and shows the speaker that they have been heard properly. Active listening profoundly impacts interpersonal relationships. It can resolve conflicts by allowing all parties to feel heard and understood, and strengthen connections by fostering empathy and rapport. In professional settings, such as the workplace, active listening enhances team dynamics and problem-solving effectiveness by facilitating collaboration and mutual understanding. A vital aspect of active listening is patience and the readiness to withhold one's response or judgment until the speaker has finished. This can be challenging, especially in emotionally charged discussions or when there are significant differences of opinion. However, by focusing on complete understanding before responding, you create a respectful and considerate atmosphere, which can lead to more creative and mutually satisfactory solutions. Active listening also contributes to personal growth by encouraging openness to new ideas and perspectives. By engaging in active listening, you can gain more knowledge, broaden your understanding of the world and others, and adapt your views in a more informed and empathetic way. In summary, active listening is more than just a psychological trick. It is a fundamental communication skill that enriches interactions at all levels. By practicing active listening, you not only improve your relationships and understanding of others, but also promote a respectful, collaborative, and supportive environment. Trick number 11, the law of contrast. The law of contrast is a psychological principle that illustrates how our perception of differences is heightened when comparing two things presented in sequence. Essentially, when two items, ideas, or situations are shown one after the other, we tend to judge the second in direct contrast to the first, which can significantly amplify our perception of their differences. For instance, if you immerse one hand in cold water and then place it in room temperature water, the latter will feel notably warmer, even though its temperature hasn't changed. In communication, negotiation, and marketing, the law of contrast can be used to shape people's perceptions and decision-making. For example, by first presenting a higher price and then offering the actual price of a product, the second price may appear more attractive, even if it might be considered high on its own. This is because our perception of value is relative, based on the comparison with what was presented earlier. To effectively use the law of contrast, it's essential to understand the context and objectives of the interaction. In negotiations, for example, starting with higher demands than anticipated can make subsequent more reasonable terms seem more acceptable, aiding in reaching an agreement. In education, presenting a complex concept first and then simplifying it can make the simpler concept seem easier to understand and appreciate. However, the law of contrast should be applied ethically and transparently. Misleading manipulation of perceptions can lead to distrust and damage long-term relationships. The goal is to offer genuine value and use contrast to clearly and fairly highlight that value. The law of contrast also underscores the importance of careful preparation and presentation in communication. By strategically planning the sequence in which information, ideas, or offers are presented, we can better influence how our audience perceives and responds to them. This approach not only enhances the effectiveness of our communication, but also helps build stronger and more positive connections by facilitating a better understanding of the value we provide. In summary, the law of contrast is a powerful psychological tool that, when used thoughtfully and ethically, can enhance our communication, persuasion, and influence. By grasping and applying this principle, we can improve how our messages, products, or services are perceived, leading to more productive interactions and more favorable outcomes. Trick number 12, the power of touch. The power of touch examines how subtle physical contact can significantly impact perception and social interactions. This psychological principle is based on the idea that a gentle and appropriate touch can convey trust, empathy, and foster a deeper connection between individuals. In human relationships, touch serves as a potent form of nonverbal communication, capable of expressing support, affection, and understanding without words. Research shows that a firm handshake, a touch on the arm during a conversation, or a warm hug can greatly enhance feelings of trust and cooperation. For example, in a professional setting, a handshake at the start and end of a meeting can be more than just a polite gesture. It can help establish a solid connection and convey reliability. However, employing touch as an influence tactic requires sensitivity and respect for individual and cultural differences. What is viewed as a friendly gesture in one culture may be perceived differently in another. Additionally, it is crucial to respect each person's comfort and personal boundaries. An unwelcome or invasive touch can cause discomfort or withdrawal, counteracting the intended effect. To use touch effectively, observe and respond to non-verbal cues from the other person. Begin with more neutral gestures, like a handshake, and only progress to more personal touches if there is clear openness and mutual comfort. Moreover, consider the context of the interaction. choosing moments when a touch can be seen as supportive or encouraging, such as during a compliment or expression of gratitude. In summary, when applied with thoughtfulness and respect, the power of touch can be a highly effective tool for strengthening connections, improving communication, and fostering a sense of trust between people. It serves as a reminder that even in a predominantly digital world, tangible human interactions hold immense value and can greatly enrich our connections. Trick number 13. The principle of authority. The principle of authority is a psychological tactic rooted in the tendency of people to follow or trust individuals perceived as experts or leaders in specific fields. This phenomenon arises from our inherent need for guidance and clarity in a complex world, leading us to seek direction from those who exhibit knowledge, competence, or power. When someone is regarded as an authority, their opinions, decisions, and recommendations are often accepted more readily, even without critical examination. Applying the principle of authority effectively begins with establishing credibility. This can be done by demonstrating specialized knowledge, relevant experience, or associations with other respected authorities. However, it is crucial that this authority is genuine and based on integrity, as trust, once damaged by falsehoods or deceit, is difficult to restore. In professional settings, for instance, a doctor wearing a lab coat and displaying diplomas in their office is not merely adhering to tradition. They are signaling their expertise and competence in medicine, which can enhance patient trust in their judgment. Similarly, in a business presentation, citing relevant research or showcasing past successes can reinforce the speaker's authority, making the audience more receptive to their ideas. Balancing authority with accessibility is also essential. The most respected authorities are those who, in addition to demonstrating competence, are also empathetic and open to questions and discussions. This approach humanizes the authority figure and fosters an environment of learning and mutual growth. It is also important to be mindful of how authority can subtly influence behavior and decisions. Blind obedience to authority can lead to errors in judgment or unethical actions, as shown in notable psychological experiments. Encouraging critical thinking and questioning of authorities is as important as establishing one's own authority. In summary, the principle of authority is a powerful tool for influence and leadership. When used ethically and responsibly, it can enhance communication, build trust, and foster cooperation. However, it should be balanced with humility and a willingness to engage in dialogue, ensuring that authority serves the common good and supports mutual development. Trick number 14. Consistency. Consistency is a psychological principle that leverages our natural inclination to act in accordance with our statements, beliefs, and past actions. This principle is crucial for maintaining a stable and reliable personal identity, and it can also be a potent tool for subtly influencing others' behavior. The effectiveness of this principle stems from our aversion to cognitive dissonance, the psychological discomfort that arises when our actions conflict with our beliefs or previous behavior. One way to apply the principle of consistency is through initial commitment. When individuals commit to an idea or goal, either verbally or in writing, they are more likely to follow through with actions that align with that commitment, even if it involves personal cost. This is because consistency between beliefs and actions is often viewed as a positive trait, prompting people to maintain an image of integrity and reliability. In sales, for example, persuading a customer to first agree on the importance of certain product features and then presenting that product as the solution can make the product seem like a natural choice. In social or work settings, securing small favors or initial commitments can pave the way for more significant cooperation in the future. To use the principle of consistency ethically and effectively, it is essential that the initial commitment is made voluntarily and without coercion. Additionally, the actions or beliefs being promoted should align with the other person's interests and values. This not only increases the likelihood of adherence, but also helps build relationships based on mutual respect and understanding. Consistency is also important for personal development. Setting clear goals and making public commitments can significantly boost motivation as individuals strive to align their actions with their statements. This demonstrates how the principle of consistency can be a positive force for influencing others and promoting personal growth and achievement. In summary, consistency is a powerful psychological principle that can subtly and significantly influence behavior and decisions. When applied thoughtfully and with respect for others' values and autonomy, it can be a valuable tool for fostering trustworthy relationships and encouraging actions that benefit both individuals and the broader community. Trick number 15: social proof. Social proof is a psychological principle that underscores how collective behavior influences individual decisions. This concept suggests that people tend to follow the actions and choices of others to determine what is appropriate or desirable, particularly in uncertain situations. The power of social proof lies in the assumption that collective wisdom offers reliable guidance. This phenomenon is evident in various contexts, such as selecting a restaurant based on online reviews or choosing a product with numerous positive testimonials. Essentially, when we observe that others have made a particular choice or adopted certain behavior, we are more likely to follow their lead, believing that their decision is valid or advantageous. To leverage social proof effectively, emphasize popular choices, testimonials, or endorsements from groups relevant to the target audience. This can be achieved through customer reviews, endorsements from influencers, statistics showcasing the popularity of an option, or success stories involving individuals the audience admires or relates to. In marketing and advertising, social proof is used to build trust in a product or service by demonstrating that many others are already benefiting from it. On social media, visible metrics like likes, comments, and shares serve as indicators of social approval, prompting others to engage similarly. However, it is essential to ensure that social proof is authentic and transparent. Fabricating social proof, such as through fake reviews or undisclosed paid endorsements, can damage credibility and trust over time. Furthermore, it's crucial to recognize the limitations of social proof and avoid using it to promote harmful or unethical behaviors. Social proof can also positively influence behaviors in social and environmental contexts. For instance, showcasing the popularity of sustainable practices or the increasing adoption of a healthy lifestyle can encourage others to follow suit. In summary, social proof is a psychological principle deeply rooted in our desire for belonging and reliance on collective wisdom. When applied ethically and responsibly, it can be a powerful tool for positively influencing individual decisions and behaviors, contributing to both commercial success and broader societal well-being. Trick number 16: emotional contrast. Emotional contrast is a psychological technique that involves guiding someone through an emotional journey, transitioning from moments of difficulty or tension to positive resolution or relief. This technique is based on the idea that experiences become more intense and memorable when preceded by contrasting emotions. For instance, the feeling of relief and happiness is heightened after a period of anxiety or fear, creating a more impactful and lasting emotional experience. Effectively applying emotional contrast can be a powerful strategy in storytelling, marketing, education, and everyday conversations. By beginning with a challenge or problem and then presenting a solution or happy ending, you not only capture the audience's attention, but also forge a stronger emotional connection. This emotional journey can make the message more persuasive, enhance information retention, and drive action. In storytelling, for example, conflicts followed by resolutions are often more engaging and satisfying. In advertising, depicting a common issue, such as discomfort or difficulty, followed by presenting a product or service as the ideal solution, can motivate consumers to act, driven by the desire to experience the promised positive change. However, it's important to use emotional contrast with sensitivity and authenticity. Overly manipulating emotions can come across as insincere or exploitative, potentially damaging the audience's perception of the message or the messenger. Additionally, ensure that the resolution offered is realistic and achievable, providing a genuine sense of hope and optimism. Beyond communication and marketing, emotional contrast also has relevance for personal growth and overcoming challenges. Recognizing that difficult moments can lead to growth and positive outcomes can provide comfort during adversity, encouraging resilience and a hopeful outlook. In summary, emotional contrast is a valuable psychological tool that, when used ethically and thoughtfully, can enhance communication, strengthen messages, and foster deep emotional connections. By guiding individuals through an emotional journey of highs and lows, you can capture their attention, leave a lasting impression, and motivate reflection, learning, and action. Trick number 17. Uniqueness. Uniqueness is a psychological principle that emphasizes the importance of making someone feel distinct or special in a given context. This idea suggests that individuals are more likely to engage, participate, or invest when they perceive their involvement as uniquely valuable and believe they contribute something others cannot. Essentially, appealing to a person's sense of uniqueness can enhance their connection and motivation by affirming their individuality and contributions. To effectively apply the uniqueness strategy, it is essential to recognize and celebrate the distinctive characteristics, talents, or perspectives that people offer. This could involve personalizing messages or offers to align with an individual's interests, or creating tailored opportunities or experiences based on unique qualities. In marketing, for instance, campaigns that personalize messages and offers according to consumer behavior and preferences can lead to a more positive response, as consumers feel appreciated and understood. In the workplace, acknowledging and leveraging each team member's unique strengths can boost effectiveness and job satisfaction while fostering a sense of belonging and appreciation. However, it is vital that efforts to highlight uniqueness are genuine and based on a true understanding of individual attributes. Superficial attempts at personalization or generic praise can appear insincere, diminishing the strategy's effectiveness and potentially harming the relationship. Furthermore, while emphasizing uniqueness can be a powerful tool for strengthening connections and motivation, it is important to balance this with an appreciation for community and collaboration. Celebrating uniqueness does not negate the value of working together and collective contributions. Rather, it can enhance the overall community by recognizing and valuing each person's distinctiveness. In summary, focusing on uniqueness is a psychological approach that, when implemented with authenticity and care, can significantly enhance engagement, satisfaction, and loyalty. By valuing individuals as unique and acknowledging their specific contributions, you can create an atmosphere of respect and appreciation that benefits everyone involved. Trick number 18: anticipation. Anticipation is a psychological technique that taps into the excitement of expecting something to happen, thereby increasing interest and involvement through the promise of future rewards or experiences. This principle is based on the notion that the anticipation of an event can be as thrilling, or even more so, than the event itself. Anticipation generates suspense that keeps people engaged and eager for what's coming next. To use anticipation effectively, create a sense of expectation and curiosity by setting the stage for something significant, exciting, or revealing. This can be done through teasers, previews, countdowns, or announcements that hint at what's to come without fully disclosing it. In marketing, for example, product launch campaigns that use these techniques can create buzz and anticipation, encouraging the audience to stay interested and engaged. In storytelling, anticipation builds tension, keeping the audience on edge and eager for the climax. In education, presenting a topic with a compelling question or challenge can increase student interest, motivating them to explore and discover the answers. For anticipation to be effective, it is crucial to balance the amount of information revealed. Too much information can reduce interest, while too little can confuse or frustrate the audience. The key is to maintain a balance that keeps people curious and excited while ensuring they believe the wait will be worthwhile. Additionally, it's important to deliver on the promises made during the anticipation phase. If the final outcome does not meet expectations, it can lead to disappointment and loss of trust. Thus, ensuring that the final experience or product is satisfactory and valuable is essential to maintaining credibility and audience satisfaction. Anticipation can also positively impact emotional well-being, as expecting positive events can increase happiness and satisfaction. This makes anticipation a valuable tool not just for engagement and marketing, but also for enriching life experiences. In summary, anticipation is a powerful psychological technique that, when used strategically and responsibly, can heighten interest, emotion, and satisfaction. By fostering expectation and delivering rewarding experiences, you can create memorable moments and build deeper, more meaningful connections with the audience. Exploring psychological tricks. Exploring a wide range of psychological tricks, from the power of naming to the excitement of anticipation, reveals how a deep understanding of human psychology can transform interactions and relationships. Each technique, grounded in solid psychological principles, offers insights into the human mind and ways to positively influence both ourselves and others. When applied ethically and thoughtfully, these strategies can enhance communication, strengthen bonds, and foster environments of greater empathy and mutual understanding. It is essential, however, to maintain integrity and respect for others, using these techniques to promote collective well-being rather than for unfair manipulation or personal gain. Mastering these psychological principles opens pathways to more effective communication, deeper relationships, and a richer understanding of human nature. By equipping ourselves with these tools, we can navigate social interactions with greater ease, build more significant connections, and positively impact the situations we encounter. Conclusion. In conclusion, the psychological tricks outlined in this guide showcase the impact of applied psychology. They emphasize the need to approach every interaction with empathy, awareness, and a sincere intention to positively affect the lives of others. By exploring and applying these principles in our daily lives, we unlock a world of endless opportunities for connection, growth, and mutual understanding. If you found any part of this message helpful, please like and comment to help the algorithm recommend it to others who might benefit from it. Don't forget to subscribe so you stay updated with new videos, and be sure to check out our previous content. You'll likely find something valuable. Have a great day.